decided to open another 2 spots, one in Park Place and one in Coleman Place, both in Norfolk. I had Bull turned out, especially after giving him the opportunity to drop $5 grand on his mom's. So the Park Place bootleg was going to be run by Bull, but overseen by me. Desire was going to run the Coleman Place spot because it was for the jump offs. Lil Frank had my back, but he liked hustling, just coke and crack. So he fell back and let me do my thing while he did his. He let me keep Duck Killer as long as I took care of him. I knew he continued to look out for him too, to ensure Duck Killer had my back 100%. My girl Desire down there recruited every girl that worked in Magic City to join the team. They had 10 brides on deck. I made sure Desire got brides that was going to be disciplined and to let me pimp. I'm supposed to beat someone on the night at the club. Desire told me that she sold them on to me, so I had to definitely bring it to win these hoes over. I had promised them the world and had to be able to give them something close to it, or the whole globe. I wasn't worried. With a little cash coming in and more to come, my swagger was on 5,000. And if they let me run the show and put their trust in me like Desire agreed to, everything would be all good. No Hands by Waka Flocka Flames was playing. I had the tunes on low as me and Bull pulled up to the new Park Place spot. I just picked the keys up from this fiend bride Valerie, who got the place for us. There were some young cats hanging across the streets where it looks to be a drug activity going on. We got out to go check out the inside to see what we would do with the spot. Two of the young boys knew Bull as they shouted out his name and made their way across the street. "What up, Bull? What you been up to, nigga?" One of the cats that I later found out his name was Larry said as he came up to give us dap. "You know I've been working. I see you out here trying to get that paper," Bull stated. "Damn right. What y'all open up shop or something? We gonna have some competition, nigga?" The other cat said, "Butt naked, we can't hurt y'all niggas. Y'all money ain't gonna stop. We thinking about turning this into a bootleg spot. I know y'all don't mind that," Bull added as he followed me into the crib, allowing his friends to follow close behind. "That's cool with me, but the nigga Skrilla who be pumping for the That's cool with me, but the nigga Skrilla who we be pumping for might trip. That nigga be thinking niggas gonna make his spot hot or gonna cut his sales. So he might be a problem," Larry declared, and then he sparked a Newport. "Well, family, we gonna open this spot up. We gonna sell liquor, beer, niggas can gamble, and we got some hoes who gonna be jumping off. And man, we ain't gonna be asking permission either," I added as I took out my Duchess to roll me a blunt. "Damn, Phil, who you supposed to be?" Butt naked asked. I thought back to my conversation with Lil Frank about being 100% down for whatever. It's like this, family. I ain't let no one stop me from eating either. They call me Drinks. Bulls is my man, and I also roll with this cat named Lil Frank. He from out here. I know y'all know him. I'm from Northview, but they from out here, so I'm welcome. I spoke as I split the Dutch. "Yeah, I know Lil Frank. He getting a little paper. Man, I ain't knocking y'all hustle. I'm just telling y'all the deal on the cat we work for. If you planning on stopping our paper by hurting Skrilla's paper, then you gonna have a problem. We ain't gonna stop getting this money, so y'all can't open this shit," Larry said, breaking heart. "Man, fuck Skrilla. We ain't gonna have nothing to do with his drug traffic. All we want is the weekends. I ain't trying to war with y'all niggas unless I have to. Matter of fact, let your man know Drink's trying to holler at him. We'll be here for a while, so go ahead and give him the message. I'll be here waiting," I stated before sparking the L. "Y'all chill out with that shit. It ain't got to be like that," Bull added, trying to keep the peace. "We ain't got no beef with you, it's just business. Plus he talking all fly. Let me see if he's really like that. Skrilla be back in a little while. Tell your man to keep his chest poked out. We be back," Larry screamed as he gritted on me on the way out. Soon as he left, I got Lil Frank on the phone. I told him the deal, and he was on the way with Duck Killer. I was trying to hype Bull up, giving him the same about it speech Lil Frank gave me. Getting money meant playing for keeps. We just squatted, smoking until Lil Frank came through. It took Lil Frank about 20 minutes to come through. He rolled up with Duck Killer and 2 other cats who helped pump for him, Fat Cat and Grum. When we spotted them, we came out the crib to join them. Lil Frank, who was the live wire, let all of us cross the street asking for Skrilla. Where y'all boss at? He on his way through. What's good? One of the 5 cats who was out there hustling for Skrilla said, showing he had little balls. Y'all niggas out here telling my peoples they can't handle their business out here. What the fuck wrong with y'all niggas? If they can't eat, y'all can't eat. Matter of fact, Lil Frank screamed before stopping to grab his heat off his waist. That was the cue for all of us to do the same. Then he continued. Y'all go ahead and carry your ass. We taking over this spot. Fuck Skrilla. We ain't like that nigga, and if he is, fuck Skrilla. He ain't like that nigga, and if he is, we'll see. Until then, carry your ass before you can't do it on your own. You hear me? I knew Lil Frank had balls, but I never thought he had went gangster like this. I was shocked as hell, but I knew it was for me, so I had his back like he had mine. Skrilla's crew jumped in their rides and rolled off. Lil Frank and Fat Cat and Grum was catching all their sales. About an hour later, this money green 2004 Chevy Tahoe pulled up and all the doors was opened up. Lil Frank spotted Skrilla out the 5 cats that got out the truck. Damn, Lil Frank, why you trying to carry me, nigga? Skrilla said while making sure we saw his hands. Man, you know the game, nigga. Your workers talking all fly like you like that. You a bitch nigga. Niggas been letting you eat. Now, since we got plans for this street, you can't eat around here no more. So what y'all want to do? Lil Frank declared as he pointed to our crew who surrounded them with our pistols out. Man, we ain't trying to war with you, Lil Frank. We know who you fuck with. If we fuck with you, we gonna have to answer to your man. And we ain't built like that to war with him. But you ain't really like that, nigga. You starting to eat and now you feeling yourself. But nigga, it ain't because of you while we ain't fucking with you. But nigga, you gonna just take my spot, Skrilla replied. What you think? Since I ain't like that, take it back. This the jungle, nigga. You part of the food chain. And I want this spot. And since you can't do shit, I'm gonna get money here and my man gonna eat across the street. If you got a problem with it, let's do it. If not, y'all hop in that truck and haul ass. Y'all drawing the crowd, making us hot. Lil Frank explained. Okay, you got it. We'll see you around. We still gonna be out there. Skrilla mumbled as him and his boys slowly walked towards their truck. Keep talking slick here. Lil Frank about to run Park Place, you hear me? You don't want this here. Go ahead before we light y'all asses up, Lil Frank added. Skrilla said no more as him and his boys climbed in their truck and took off. Chapter 10. Last week was crazy. Lil Frank took over Skrilla's spot, and in a couple of weeks, my Park Place spot will be ready to open for business. I didn't know Skrilla, but seeing how he just let Lil Frank run him off his territory told me some things. That he was a bitch-ass nigga, or he may have something up his sleeves, and Lil Frank had some street cred, or had some powerful people backing him. I was at my Coleman Place jump-off spot, making sure Desire was handling her business. Lil Frank and I were just chilling, playing Call of Duty, just politicking. Man, who was that cat Skrilla was talking about that you fuck with? Why you so scared of dude? I asked, trying not to get shot on a video game. Drinks, I be copping work from this Jamaican cat named Duke. He's known up and down the East Coast. That nigga real boss-like, and he fucks with me hard. Every time he comes down here, he calls me and scoop me up to just hang with him. I be with him when he drop work to niggas all over Virginia sometime. So niggas be seeing me with him and therefore know I ain't to be fucked with. Cause they might have to deal with Duke, and that's why Skrilla just moved the fuck along. But on the real, niggas know I bust my gun too. I've been in the streets since I was 14, and I never let niggas carry me. I play for keeps out here. Shit, Skrilla's a weak ass nigga, fuck him. Soon as he get that money up the way I like it, I got to hire him too. Lil Frank explained. Why Duke fuck with you so hard? A couple years ago, I was pumping on the block on Kill 'em, and I used to see him drop off work to this cat named Jazz. There was some cats on the block hating and plotting to rob him, and I slipped a message to Jazz one day. So, Lil Frank explained before being interrupted by Desire. Drinks, Keisha and Tequila got some ballers upstairs they're dealing with. I got to pick Christy and Star up. They got some clients coming through. Keep an ear on them upstairs for me. I'll be back in about 30 minutes. Okay, Daddy? Desire stated. Them cats already paid? I asked. Yeah, they good. I got that in the safe. The girl should be putting them out soon. She replied. Alright, baby. Be careful and hurry back. I screamed back to her. Damn, Desire's a fat as a motherfucker. I know I could get a discount, nigga. Lil Frank said as he took the blunt from me. Nigga, what you talk about? Anytime you wanna fuck, just come through and pick one. You good. But anyway, what you was saying? Yeah. After I told Jazz, Duke and his crew pulled up about a week later and walked to the block where we was pumping at. Jazz came out and pointed me out. Then Duke asked me, where was the nigga that was trying to rob him? Putting me on the spot. I paused for a second and thought about the niggas that was on the block with me. Them niggas was in the way niggas. Cutting sales, disrespecting the fiends, stealing my packs, always begging, shooting their guns for no reason, making the block hot. Then there was this big time nigga asking me to help him, so to speak. And in this game, it ain't no such thing as free help. So I took that incident as a come up. Fuck them niggas in the way. So I played Duke like, nigga, you just basically told these niggas that I told on them. I stay out this bitch. How I'ma live now? And Duke was like, don't worry, you'll live. Point them out. Now I'm hearing this and I was like, shit, this nigga's gangster as hell. Now I was scared and I felt I had no choice but to point these cats out. So I pointed the 3 cats out, Snake, E, and James. On that note, Duke's boys pulled out and rushed them, and then a van pulled up out of nowhere. I thought it was the Knox, but it was some more of Duke's boys. They threw Snake, E, and James in the van and drove off, and I ain't seen them niggas since. Duke told me and the last 2 cats that I was on the block with to ride with him, and then he put us to work. He started hitting us off, and I was his little dude. Chrissy T ended up getting robbed and killed about 6 months after that. It was a rumor that they started fucking Duke money up, and he dealt with them. Just like I wanted to ask him about Snake, E, and James, I wanted to ask about Christian T, but how can you ask a nigga if he murdered somebody? I don't want to know that bad. Damn, nigga, you ain't scared to fuck with Duke? As long as I keep it real with him like I've been doing, I'm good. That's what it is. I see why Skrilla ain't want no dealers with you. You the untouchable. Nah, we the untouchable, Lil Frank said before starting the game again. After Lil Frank dipped, I gave Desire my orders. Then I jumped in my caddy and took off. Do You Wanna Ride by Do or Die? A little Cadillac music playing while I let my thoughts marinate. I was getting like 10 to 20 grand a weekend from my Norview spot, and Desire was bringing me in 10 grand a week as well. I was impressed how the hoes took to my blueprint and me, including Desire. I had 10 of the finest hoes in VA selling pussy to me. Selling pussy for me. These broads was tricking with dope boys, business owners, star athletes, politicians, whoever would pay the price. Me and Desire hit clubs, private clubs, anywhere the ballers was at to promote our jump-off house. We provided private parties for the star athletes and politicians who needed to remain anonymous. All they had to do was hit me or Desire up, and we'll set them up an appointment. As long as that house paid their 10 grand a week, I was good, and they could charge whatever they wanted. Anything extra was theirs. 1,000 abroad was perfect. They were classy and exotic dimes. It was possible for them to make that off one trick. And these hoes just wanted to have my protection and their business well organized. That's why they paid me. The Park Place bootleg was soon to open, and I was expecting double what the Norview spot would make, because Park Place is a major drug activity neighborhood, and the money is always flowing every second, every minute, every hour. I was meeting Bull there to see if things were ready, really to make sure my new employees were squared away and remind them on what they were getting into. The blueprint was the same as the Norview spot. I already checked, and there was no spot like this one in the neighborhood. Tammy's spot, the one we went to on New Year's Eve, was the closest thing to it, and I was soon to shut her down any day now. After going over inventory and prices with Bull and his staff, I made my way to my parents' crib. The last couple of months, I've been in and out and haven't really been kicking it with my folks. They still think I'm working, getting plenty of overtime. Plus, I lied and told them I've been seeing this broad, and since I'm starting to get money, it got me thinking I'm ready to move out on my own. I may move out and play like I still stand with them until I feel I'm comfortable enough to tell them without them being suspicious of how I make my money. But until then, I'll keep my secret. Chapter 11. The streets was talking, my bootlegs were popping like a nightclub, and they were jumping every weekend. My team was coming correct, and I was taking good care of everybody, because we were making paper. So far, things were going according to plan, and we had no problems from haters. But I know sooner or later that would change, because with more money comes more problems. But my crew was ready. We love getting this money. Bull handed me 15 grand from last weekend's take. He had kept 5 grand for himself, has paid for his 2 days of work. Doug Killer, who I put in charge of my Northern spot, had 20 grand for me. He also made 5 grand for himself. All my employees got 500. My security crews got 1,000 each. So far, everybody was happy. Later on that day, I got a call from Richie's sister. Richie, who I thought was out of town visiting his grandmother, was actually out of town doing a job. She told me him and his brother Donnie, along with another one of their partners, got caught on the spot robbing a crib. They got locked up in Florida. She said they peoples on the way to bail them out, and she just was giving me the scoop. I had told Richie to leave that shit alone. If he had balls to do B&Es, he could have balls to hustle. But he loved his choice of crimes. But I let him do him, and I'll always be there for him. Hopefully he don't get tired. Maybe he could get off on probation since it's his first offense. I started to cut my grass at my Northern spot when this young cat waved at me to stop to talk to him. "What up, little man? Won't you let me finish that up for you?" he said. "Shit, that's what it is. I don't mind sitting back lounging watching you grind," I said before starting back up the mower, then added, "Here you go, front and back. I got a water cooler on the porch. Rest when you feel like it." Little man grabbed the mower and took over where I left off. I walked over to the porch and sparked up some piff and popped me a Corona and watched the kid work. I seen the kid around the neighborhood sometimes. He was always by himself. I didn't think none of it by him trying to get his hustle on, because everybody was about that paper nowadays. About an hour went past, and then he came over to join me on the porch. After grabbing a cup of water, he said, "I still got to rake the grass up." "That's what's up. Talk to me for a while." What's your name, little man?" "They call me Breon." "You look like a baby in the face. How old are you?" "I'm 12. You stay around here?" "I stay with my mom in apartments behind Tiny Giant." "Oh, you talking about the hole?" "Yeah, that's what I hear people call it." "You go to school?" "I got kicked out for smoking weed. I had to have a hearing, and I got kicked out for smoking weed. I had to have a hearing, and I got put on probation. I suppose I went back to school, but I ain't going." "Damn, what your mom say about that? Or do she even know?" "Man, my mom doesn't care. After my dad got locked up, she started smoking rock. That's what she really cares about. Most of the time, we ain't got no food in the house because she be selling her food stamp card. She never have no money, and most of the time, she be having sex with different men in the crib while I'm there. She might kick me a little something, but most of the time, she be selling herself for crack. That's why I gotta get my hustle on." "Damn, little man, that's tough. I probably wouldn't give a fuck either if I was in your shoes." "Man, the school ain't sent no social worker to your home to see what you up to?" "Nah, I guess they don't give a fuck either. So if you ain't doing yard work for dough, how else you be getting dough or eating?" "If I ain't got no money, or even if I do got money, I shoplift at some grocery and convenience stores. I know some of the neighborhood dope boys, and sometimes I may look out for the cops for them or run their errands. Little man, I want you to come through here every day around 3. I can't deal with you during school hours, but around 3, come through and I'll find some things for you to do. Leave them hot dope boys alone. I'll look out for you. Can I hit your blunt? Damn, you smoke weed? I told you I got kicked out of school because I had weed. Yeah, I forgot that fast. Go ahead and finish that off, then go rake and clean that grass up. I got some calls to make. Let me know when you finish. I check your work, then I'll pay you. Alright, boss. I laughed and said, don't call me boss, they call me Drinks.